What's going on, you guys? What's going on? Welcome to the first official US30 breakdown for this week. As you guys can already see in the chat, we have a lot of folders coming, a lot of red folders, a lot of orange folders happening this week in the markets. Basically, the market is about to be booming. Last week it was chilling. It was, as you can see, like it literally was chilling like what, Monday through Wednesday, then Thursday and Friday was when it was starting to finally pick up the pace on what it wanted to move for real. Right. But this week it should be back to its regular scheduled program where we're seeing like a lot of volatile news happening, a lot of volatility in the market, specifically on US30, right? Excuse me. Let's really talk about it, bro. Like, start us off right. Monday, I think Sunday and Monday, I'm pretty sure the market is gonna just like set us up for them areas. It is a couple when we go to the breakdown, it is a couple things I want to see happen on US30, and then from there, once I see that data, that'll let me know on how we should like adjust the trade going into these next couple of days. But once Tuesday start, literally starting during London session 2 a.m. Then we got the CPI news at 8:30, and we already know by 9:30 that's gonna make the market take off for this move. And then we got the final news with the Governor Bailey speaking for GDP that's happening. Actually, this will be more so for this might affect the US30, but this probably be more so for my people that's in the Germany 30 chat. This probably will be more so on y'all side of things when I talk about this one. But then to follow off of this, so this move along here should make the market take off, right? But from this move, then going to the next day, very next day, Wednesday, we have core PPI news, and then we have the FOMC statement, federal fund rates. We all know if we go back, well, this day we can always go back, right, and see what happened March 22nd, 2023 on US30, and see it basically. By now, everybody in the chat been here for a minute to know, like, when you see them federal fund rate news come out, when you see that FOMC, excuse me, just know the market is about to get ready to move. This candlestick right here that you see in the market, shot up back to resistance, and a major candlestick that dropped for the sell. This is literally March 22nd. US30 probably took off for 4,000 pips off of this one move alone. So 5,000 pips, ironic, right? So all we need to know is when we see how the market reacts when the market opens today, we'll know how to play that move when Wednesday comes. But on Tuesday, for sure, we'll know like where we are in the market, so how we can like capitalize off of that move. Right. So let me go ahead and refresh this so we can get back to you. I don't do red, yellow. Get rid of this. You can keep everything except this, and this. Did I just do all red photos? AD, URG, PST, gray. Bet. Why do I feel like I messed up somehow? Why aren't you showing me? I don't know why it was being weird for a second. So yeah. Here we go. Here the full list. So yeah. So we talked about Wednesday. Thursday, as you guys know, unemployment claims, 8:30 a.m. once again. But obviously this time we have retail sales. We have all these different variables that's gonna make the market shake on Thursday. And then y'all already know Friday is self-explanatory. Friday always take up. So now when we come to the chart, let's do a recap real quick of how Friday ended. So Friday, I believe Thursday, right? Thursday we were we was looking for the overall sales in the market, right? We look for the overall sales. We got a retest back to the top of the zone, very top with it, and it literally came for the sales. Now, during Thursday night, during London session around 3 a.m., 4 a.m., that's when I was testing the chat. I said, you know what? I can genuinely see the market coming back to retest the zone that it broke out of and bouncing off of that area, and then we can look for buy opportunities off of that move. So that's why you see here we had the original sell entry that we took, that's 1,200 pips. It literally with the retest to that zone, which is right here, broke down below, and then wicked and closed back above, and then took back off for the buy again for another 2,000 pips. And then now we're seeing that the market on Friday wanted to do some weird stuff. It broke back out, then it came back inside the zones to confirm that it was like, just to recheck it again and make sure I don't really want to break out. I really want to go start this downtrend push. And then it ended up pushing out again. And now here we are currently in the market where it pushed out, but you could see that it was getting ready to come back in here and get stuck again. So based off of us understanding like how the data went on Friday, what I'm looking for this week, I'm gonna ignore this. I'm gonna ignore this. Really, what I want to see. Let's delete everything because now I understand. And let's restart this. First, we're gonna change my. This to start me off. This box gonna put my color back to yellow and red. All right. So the biggest important thing, right? And it was also, I think I may have talked about. I don't know if I talked about it in the sentence chat. I probably talked about this in the freaking Wealthy Talk section in the academy. I'm trying to think because I was talking about how we're approaching our nearest resistance level. With all this news coming out, there is a possibility that we might see a full retest to 342.33. That could be, I could be milking it though. Like I could really be pushing it. But again, maybe not. That's 2,000 pips. That's normal for US30. So it is a possibility this week that we might see a potential breakout for the buy. So you know what we're gonna do, just because we don't already know how the market is gonna react. Because this is what I was originally gonna do. Like, okay, focus on this major resistance level right here. Right? Because this was started the sales here and almost started today. Not today, last week. I know there's gonna be a chance, right? It's gonna be a retest here. Back to that same previous zone that it broke out of. It's a possibility. And it might be a case where we're catching a sniper buy entry off of the price of 33601. So how am I feeling? How do I want to start this with y'all? Because I could go based off of this. All right, this is what we're gonna do. Let's get it right. Come on, Egg. Lock in. So first things first, we got our highest point, we got our lowest point market. Boom. All right, highest point, lowest point. If it breaks the top of the zone, because this is the highest point on Friday, if it breaks the top of the zone, we'll go ahead and start looking for those buys on US30 at the price of 34020. Stop loss on that is going to be 500 pips. Let that trade breathe. So the 0.01, you're risking $50 on that trade to potentially catch 2,000 pips at the most, which is equivalent to $200 with a 0.01. Because we're looking for potential. If it break out this area, we're gonna let the swing get back to the 4 retest here. If price comes, I'm selling. I'm letting y'all know that right now. So let me go ahead. I might give y'all like 3 or 4 setups on US30 just to start this week off, right? 2,000 pips. All right, focus. TP1 368. TP2 let's get it. TP3 TP4 TP5 TP6 2000. And honestly, I'm gonna just give us TP1 through 6 because, like I said, at that point, I will eventually. This will be a major setup for the sales setup. So let me go ahead and actually put this in the chat. Well, let me rephrase that because I'm not gonna put this in the chat yet. Let me actually go ahead and download this, and I'm gonna go ahead and post it to Trading Review. US30 buy breakout 1. I'm pretty sure. Well, I know for sure this isn't gonna be the last buy setup I'm giving y'all. But since we're already at the top of this zone, right? Once it comes back to the top of this very top of the zone, as you guys can already see, this is a major sell area that started. Once it hit this price, it went on the overall downtrend for 10,000, 15,000 pips, right? So as the market pushes up to this price and give us that lovely full retest back to the top, we will begin to start looking for those sales back to that same zone that it break out of. Or if you're a swing trader like myself, you'll be looking for a full swing eventually on this move. So after all these TP smash, we get a full retest back to the top. I'll be looking to sell US30. Like I wouldn't even be mad if I said selling them right here, honestly, because I probably would be selling one myself, depending on retest. It's kind of hard to put something right there. No, we're just gonna get rid of that. What was I saying? I don't lost my train of thought, y'all. It's crazy. This is the sniper point, but this is the highest points up here. Interesting. I pay attention to that. So yeah, depending on what time it is, like if this ends up pushing up here to London session, I for sure have a sell limit set up here. But if it's like during New York when it's finally pushing, I'm not gonna have a sell limit just because, you know, if it's pushing through a momentum, that trade is gonna break out past its price, push up even more, and then get stuck and come back. So that's what we're gonna be looking for. But for right now, just off the strength that it hits the full retest back to the resistance, that you start seeing a push down. You know what? We could bring the entry down just to make sure, right? So let it push above the price entry, and then once it give you a bearish engulfing candlestick coming back down, then you have your green light to look for these sell setups on US30. And then from there, once again, of course, the full move is going to be that full retest back to that zone that it just broke out of. And then I'm going to go ahead and give you all the bonus TPs as well for my people, for my swing traders that actually want to swing this position on US30. And I'll just like a pointer that I'll give out too. How do we know? Like if you're trying to decide on how do I know when it's just a pullback, or like how do I know when I should hold it? Right. The real answer is technically nobody knows when the market is just a pullback or when it's actually that's the legit correct answer. Like nobody has no idea what the market is going to do. Only the market is going to know what it wants to do. I can sit here and say, oh yeah, if it come here, but it really go for a sell. I'm just going based off of the previous data that the market gave me, based off the strength that what we know. Once the market pushes up, we understand that it respects price, right? And it's on a forward time frame. So price is going to reject. And it's for sure going to smash TP1, probably TP4 before it decides that it wants to give us a pullback. Now, hear what I said, a pullback. So once you already in profit and you're hitting TPs and stuff, understand like if it doesn't go for like a full drop, like a deep sell, understand that it's probably going to be 9 times out of 10, the market is going to come back to that area to retest that price just to make sure that, okay, let me make sure you really like that. Let me really make sure that you actually want to go for these sales instead of just saying skip that and breaking out for this buy. So be mindful of that when you get those pullbacks. But I'm pretty sure like a safer, like if you want to know like 1,000% when it's like a high probability of really dropping for the full swing. After you get the hit price right here and you get that nice decent push for the sales and you get a pullback and it doesn't close higher than your previous, like above your entry or nothing like that, cool. And then it starts to drop again for the sale. That's called a lower high in the market, which is an indication that the downtrend is about to get ready to happen. So once you have that analysis and understand where you are in the market, plus I'll update y'all in the chat this week as well. You will know for sure, okay, bet I'm holding it for sure at most back to the full retest to the zone for 2,500 pips. And ironically, after we get that retest back to the zone, if the market decides that it wants to bounce off of this zone, you're going to take that same buy setup that I just gave y'all at 34020. The market come back in our area, cool. We're going to take the same entry once the market decides to push back up, right? So this is going to be our sell entries. And then, like I said, I am going to give you guys bonus TP. So currently at most we got what, 2,500. So we're going to go 3,500, 4,500. That's the full retest to the bottom of that zone. And then we're going to go 6,000. And then the last CP, before I can see like a major pullback, it can be right here at 8,000. So let me go ahead and change these lines though. Like this would be like that main, like if we used to ever get a push all the way back down here, I'll be buying up this price. That's how I know where it's like, okay, it'd be due for a pullback there. But this is the crazy part about trading, right? So for my swing traders, you know this already. But I've been trying to focus, even myself, like I'm still teaching myself how to like the patience of really holding the swings and just being patient with the market and just let the market like do what it do. Because the market, if you chart watching, the market gonna psych you out, right? Or you might be like, I'm cool with taking profit right here, or I'm cool with just this, and you just close, or you find yourself in a situation where you don't know when to close, right? So like if we're getting a full breakout, so let's say we enter right here in the chart. I'm gonna give you some sauce. Let's say we enter right here in the chart, and the market decides to push. You're all the way down here to the bonus TPs, right? And then all over nowhere, you're like, dang, it's a strong buy coming. The market's pulling back. Remember, if you're swinging, if you're looking for the swing trade, don't trip. First of all, you got the most snipers entry at the top, but two, don't trip. All you need to know is if the market retest is 339, like if it comes back to this zone right here, and you see that it's not trying to break out of that level and it's stuck and getting not, it's called a price trap area. It's getting stuck in a price trap zone. And then from here, it pushes down for a bearish engulfing candlestick. You are good. That is your green light. Because now that's your indication of it's about to continue to go for a sell. And this is actually another opportunity for you to hop in another sell entry from entry 1 to entry 2 right here, getting a sniper entry out the breakout, and then it can go smooth selling back to all the way to our final TP for 8,000 pips. It's crazy. Our low-key probably just off of this setup alone, I probably just gave you all this like a crazy play on US30. And I think let's see. I was about to say, I think if we look at this, if I look at the chat, not even the chat, if I look at Instagram, hold on. Because Instagram, I believe you guys, my people that so Instagram and voted on the poll, I think the US30 chat might be the winner for today. And this actually might be the chat that go on YouTube. So for the YouTube people that's watching this video, shout out to y'all. Y'all getting the free setup. Hopefully y'all go crazy with this play right here. Right. So this is gonna be the main setup that I'm looking for on US30 for that buy breakout and then this sell setup. So let me go ahead and save that, and then it's gonna take us to, I said copy link. I did not mean to do that. Publish. Main sell setup. Now let's say Abe, you doing too much. Ain't no way the market pushing all the way up there. Why are you even giving us all of like this analysis I'm giving you right here? Then it could be a setup that might not come until next week. But y'all got the free sauce for it now, right? Well, not free, but y'all got the sauce for it now. Now, let's say none of this ever happened, right? So what do you mean, Abe? I'm saying, let's say it doesn't even think about coming all the way to the top, and we just wasted our time doing all this. That's cool. Understand where the market needs to come to, right? So it's crazy. I'm gonna save this setup for later on this week because I can easily give us a buy setup right here to bounce all the way back up if it come back there later on. But what I want to see today in the charts, right? What I'm looking for is my most ideal entry probably be get a retest back to this resistance level, give us a double top at this price, and then from there we could take a smooth selling back for the sales, going back down to the zone that it broke out of, which was right here, which is why you see that bounce off this area. And honestly, vice versa. But we're gonna start off with the sales. Cool. That's right on point with 2,500 pips. Perfect. Let's see. I'm about to sneeze. Bless me. 2,500, 2,000, 1,500, 12, 950, 6, 360. Perfect. Let's go ahead, change these lines. Black, 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 black. I don't know why I start making them black recently, but I think just because it look good. Once I actually go back to my other chart, though, I think I'm gonna make my chart back dark screen, make it back a darker screen. Soon we can go back to the dark ways charts. And then on this setup, we don't even need a tight stop loss for real. We can go lower. We can do 400 pips. Yeah, for right now, this is gonna be the main. This is gonna be now. This is the ideal setup. So if we don't get that breakout and we just get a smooth retest for the sell, this is my ideal entry that I'm looking for on US30. Usually when the market opens, we see it slow down, consolidate, take its time until major resistance or support, and then just sell off or buy off, depending on how it's feeling. Or it might get this week started early and just boom, take off for that buy, and then we had that buy opportunity. That's the reason why we got that set up, right? So let me go publish this one. US30 sell option 2 -2. And I'm gonna give y'all that last buy setup again. Honestly, wait. I may have already put that in the chat, so I might not get that to you. I may have already put that in the chat. And all these, like what I'm doing right now, publishing it. Once again, I tell you this every week, but I'm always make sure I let y'all know. This will be updated on the website. So on the website, you'll be able to watch the market happen on live time and seeing how it's playing out. So that way you know when the trade is active and ready to go versus when it is not. Right. And then the last setup I'm giving you guys for US30 is, as you can see, after it gives us that forward retest back to the bottom of the zone. Ironically, this is still the same zone breakout that it broke out of last week. You can't see it because I don't got the box on there, but here I can show you like this. It was here last week. This is the zone that it was in. It broke out and gave us a retest that it took off, and then retested again during London session, and then took off during New York. So now I'm gonna try to see a bigger play. Technically, this could be the bottom of it too, but here go the bigger play. Once it comes back to this zone level again, like let's say tonight, instead of going for these positions right here that you're seeing with the lines, let's say instead it give us this downtrend push. Once it pushes back up, we'll look to take our buys at 33785. And then this probably be a 1500 per move. Yep. This will happen when you like your pair, bro. You study the game. Like anyway, I'm able to really count pips without even looking at it. Like I could tell by the range. Hey, that's about 1500 pips right there. And to be dead smack on 1200, 950. Like that's how you know. Calm society. 360. Perfect. All right, and last but not least, let the trade breathe a little bit. 480 pips. Voila. And that'll be the last and final setup that I'm giving y'all for US30. Sheesh. And like I said, as the market play out, for sure we'll know which of these setups is going to be our main moves that we're looking for. But ultimately, this is like the overall gem. So what I'm looking for US30. And let me know if you guys, let me know in the community how y'all feeling. I'm gonna chop it up with y'all some more this week in the chats. But remember, like I said, I want y'all to start actually like communicating with each other, talking to each other more. So that way the chat don't just turn into a Q&A session. Because like I said, if you want one-on-one training with me, book the appointment. If not, like let's just talk charts. Even actually, you know what? For my academy members, if y'all want to start dropping y'all setups, like if you want to market your own chart and you want one of us to look at it like, hey, what y'all think about this chart setup? Y'all can start doing that too. Whatever y'all want the community chat to look like, I'm gonna leave it all for y'all to go crazy with. But I'll throw out some ideas for y'all too if y'all need me to. But on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and end this US30 breakdown. Yeah, man, I'm ready for the markets to open. We got a lot of news. A lot of news is about to make it shake. I'm here for it. About to have fun this week. Peace out.